is Marianah Lourens met Kuns en Vermaak. Yes, Marianah Lourens with art and entertainment. And I'm so blessed to be here with some old, young friends. I'm saying old friends because I've known them for a long time. Some of them a bit longer. Some of us have been on stage together. Mm-hmm. Others I've seen in lots of shows because I'm here at Isithata, where they're actually rehearsing for the Mandela Bay Arts Festival. Let me start with our director, with Sbusiso Bhakaqana.
Yes.
Bhakaqana. Yes. I can say it, almost.
Yeah, you got it.
You are not only directing, but you wrote the play as well.
Yes.
And of course, the name of the play intrigued me. It's called The New Dawn Store. Tell us what it is about.
The name is derived from, let me put it like this, the play is a protest play, so it is political in a way. So the name is derived from when our current president took the seat in 2019. When he came, he said we are going to the new dawn. The name is derived from there, and then the play is mixed with retailing, so that's why it is called The New Dawn Store, because the setting of the play is retailing.
Retailing.
Yes.
Like in sales. So you've got some characters in your show.
Yes.
So let's go down the line. Next to you got Bantu. Yeah.
Yes.
Bantu Dama.
Yes.
It's easy to say for a white Afrikaans granny. Tell us about your character.
In the play, I'm playing the character of Zuletu. Zuletu, it's a guy that is very naughty. He's political, but not that much, because he always naughty in the shop every day. He's playing, he's stealing in the shop.
They always have to tell him to behave himself.
Yeah.
So you actually bring...
He's very corrupt.
Yes, and he brings a bit of conflict and so on, which we all need in a play.
Yes.
Do you enjoy that role?
Yeah.
Are you quite naughty in real life too?
No.
Let's not go there. And then the next we go to Sigqibo.
Kutase.
I never know with a Sigqibo. G and a Q.
Yeah.
Sigqibo.
So Sigqibo.
Yeah.
Kutase.
Yeah.
And I know him also from seeing him in lots of shows.
Yeah.
And your character?
Okay, so I'm playing Revolution. So Revolution is a very political kind of character. He's an activist. He's the one who's conducting meetings, planning protests, getting together with the other retail workers, being in cahoots about starting protests. So he's fighting for equality, because his idea of how the workers are supposed to be treated in the retail store is that they're supposed to be at least getting a minimum wage. You feel me? So he believes that there should be equality in the store, because the workers who are working on the floor, they are the ones who are working hard, and yet they are earning less compared to the ones who are the owners of the store. That's chilling in their offices. That's his belief. They're just chilling in their offices.
We all know that.
Yeah.
The ones who work day and night and slaving, and then the owners just run away with the profit and they pay you a pittance. It's not fair. And it's been like that through centuries. It hasn't just started here, because me, even when I was working, and look, that's a long time ago in the 60s. When I was working, I was always upset because men who did the same work I did earned more than what I did as a woman. So that was a wrong thing, and that was besides that. Some of the companies I worked for had black reps. I was a rep, I was in sales and marketing, and even they earned less. Now why? I could never understand it. I could never understand all the stuff growing up. So Revolution is a good name for your character.
Yeah.
Because you were revolting.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Tries to bring change.
Tries to bring change.
Yes.
And then we've got Big Pinky.
Yes.
Actually, Somikazi, is that what they call you?
Yes, Somikazi.
Or do some people call you Pinky?
Yes, they do.
I think some people call you Pinky, because I think I've heard you being called Pinky.
Me too.
I've heard it. Yes, because you've also been in shows, and now you're from Auntie Marlene.
Yes.
and stage world. So your character.
So I'm playing Azania. So Azania is a rounded character because she's involved in everyone's life, and she's more in siding with the revolution because in each and everything that revolution and Zwelethwa doing, she's there. She's more why are they not, as you said once you had a job and the retail store but you were earning less, and then she's also fighting that because they are also earning less. Also men in the shop are dominating more because they're getting positions, but ladies on the shop are not getting any. And then she's also fighting that no, this is wrong. And then she has her friend that is called Levozane. And then because there's a mixed race because Levozane is colored and then Azania is black. There's also going now that conflicts between them.
Because of the difference.
Yes. Yeah. Also so now they're a bit fighting but they love each other.
Okay, so that's Tina, who's now today absent because she's not well.
Yes.
Tina, we're talking about you and
yes,
we
love
miss you. And yes, we love you and we want you to get better and we pray for your healing.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you. And so, but because she's colored, she's different.
Yes.
And she's,
stubborn.
Yeah. And coloreds can be so stubborn. Ask me.
Stubborn.
I know. Phil.
Stubborn.
Cowie sitting next to me. He's like my own child. I've known him for so many years. We've been on stage together. We're really close. But yes, so Phil, tell us, what are you, because are you also colored in the show?
Yeah. Yeah. One of those people that you guys were gossiping about just now.
Yes.
So and then I'm playing the stereotypical traitor. The name of my character is Bertjes, and if you're witty, you will be able to figure out where that name comes from, Bertjes. Yeah. He is you can say he's the gatekeeper for the bosses, Yeah. He's the one that, as Revolution said earlier, he's the one that's making all of them work so hard without getting the necessary remuneration that they need. So I'm making sure they don't get paid what they are supposed to get.
You make sure, but you are the one who maybe just get a little bit more than what they do, but you get less than some others.
I get less than what I'm supposed to get, But I'm also a bit, because
he's get a bit more.
He's in a trance, He's in a trance from the bosses, from the capitalists.
Yes.
So they've bewitched him because now he's, as in today's language, you would say that he's a simp for the capitalists. Simping for the capitalists.
They got you in their pocket.
They've got me in their pockets.
So you're like a puppet. They pull your strings.
Exactly. He's the lapdog. He's the lapdog.
Yes.
And I'm very, very, very devoted to my character. So when you guys see it on stage, so you must know.
We must know.
You must know.
Absolutely. Actually, we can't wait to see it because it sounds like there's a lot of conflict in it because they're troublemakers, they're probably some peacekeepers who are trying to keep people calm, but
his character is trying to calm everyone. Guys, let's work.
There's always
complaining. Let's just work.
There's always somebody who who tries to keep a level head and say, guys, calm down. This is not going to solve it. And then you have to.
There's actually two. It's Levozane who does it honestly, and then my character who does it, but it does it to get something.
But you're
manipulative. Two-faced.
It's you pretending to keep the peace, but you're on the side, you're stoking it up.
Exactly.
I could have been with you when you were writing the play. I know what you get it.
Just get it.
And of course, the festival is something that we used to all have to go to Grahamstown for. We never had a festival like that. Now we have our own festival. Okay, it's a bit smaller, but it's going to grow, and we're all positive about that. So this is the Mandela Bay Arts Festival, and it's under the umbrella of the National Arts Festival, which is including Makanda.
Makanda.
Mustn't say grains down. And of course it is Kaberga. Yeah, in Kaberga. And of course your dates are the 21st and the 24th of February, and they're both at 6:30.
Yes.
They're at the Athenaeum. Are you going to be in the Little Theatre or are you in one of the other rooms? Do you know?
We are going to do the Studio Theatre.
That building can have 5 or 6 theatres because the rooms are big enough.
Yes.
So we'll have to see who's where because other people also having their shows there.
Yes.
And it's really going to be nice. But now I'm going to go down the line again. Now, what made you start writing?
This play or writing?
Anything, because you've written before.
Yes, the thing is, I think the thing of me writing started when I was doing grade 9. That's when I started writing. For arts and culture, that subject at school, when they say I must do projects, and I started seeing myself that, I can write. I can link this and that and that. That's when the love of art started with me, because when I went to grade 10 until grade 12, compulsory subjects that I've done, it was dramatic art, dance studies, and visual art. So that's when my love for writing and acting and also directing started until now. I think I started writing this play 2 years back or 3 years back.
I think you started writing it in 2019?
When I was in Cape Town.
That's quite a few years.
Yes,
it's almost like 4 years. It's 4 years.
Yes, 4 years.
5 years almost.
I wrote it 4 years back when I was in Cape Town. I was a facilitator at a performing arts school in Cape Town, Rainbow Academy. They gave me a task there that you need to write something that all your students can be part of it. So I had to write this play where I had to include all my students at that time.
With characters.
Yes, there were about 20 of them or 22 of them. So I had to create 22 characters for this play. Oh. But as I was growing up, I had to try to develop the play, and then I had to stretch it and then cut until there were 5 characters.
Yes, because you can't have such a big cast. Yes. And of course you find out that it's not just like writing an essay. Yeah. Because now you have to write every character's story separately.
Characteristics and everything.
Yes, and so on. And what else do you do? Only act, Bantu, or what more? Do you do more?
Only act. I was doing my last year at school. Yeah.
Yes.
At Stage World.
At Stage World, yes. Timale. Yes. And where did your love for acting begin?
Yeah.
Because you had to have a reason to go and study at Stage World before you were still in normal school.
Normal school.
They call it normal school?
Normal school, normal school. We started at primary when I was in grade 6, yeah.
And what did you do then? Did they have school plays or?
No, they do have. They have school plays, but there's another group that called Kutase in the location that I was there training there. From there, I went to OPF with Sigqibo and Pele and Kutase. We created a group called OPF. After that, we came here at Isithata.
And of course, I'll meet you here also several times because you don't just wake up one morning and say, I want to be an actor. So it started somewhere. So when you decided to go and actually now seriously study at Stage World, did you have a background of parents encouraging you, or did any family member act as well?
Yeah, one of my sister was an actress, so they took me when I was in primary to Kutase. Last year, got from Germany stipend from Frank to study.
Yes, to help, to pay for it, yes. And that gave you a kick that you needed, and you're into it now. Yeah. You're not going to stop. No.
I think it's graduating this year.
Yeah. I was doing my last year last year.
But good for you. I mean, just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. You can just keep going and everybody will supporting you. And then Sigqibo. Where did that come from?
Yes, ma'am.
Kutase.
Yes, okay.
Where did it begin for you?
It started in high school. Initially, I wanted to be a lawyer. Then in grade 10, there's this organization called Love Life. It usually works at local schools and schools.
Yes.
So they would come during our life orientation periods. So the school would give those periods for them to come in our classes and talk taboos, teach us about things like sex and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the class, so there would be a reflection session. But instead of just reflecting, giving a speech, they would pick us randomly, put us in groups and give us like an art form and say, okay, look, go outside, try and create something, reflecting on the topic that we were dealing with today. So that's how it started.
And do a little play.
Yeah. So that's how it started. So I was working with the likes of Pele Pele, my late friend, Sbusiso Bhakaqana, and yeah.
Yes.
And funny enough, Sbusiso Bhakaqana was one of the facilitators of Love Life then, because he was out of school by then. So that's where it started, and since then I never looked back. Then we created a group. So other classes, they used to come to our class and watch our performances, and then they loved us, and they were like, okay, cool, guys, can we create a group? Can we make this official? And we were like, yeah, cool. So we created OPF, One Big Family, and then after that we did a competition. I think it was at Kingfisher radio station. Yeah, Kingfisher. And then that's where we won a sponsorship to attend drama classes. And then those drama classes were conducted by Sharon Rother. So that's how we met Sharon.
Okay.
So that's how this whole thing
And once you hook up with Sharon Rother, then you are encouraged because Isithata compasses and all.
Yeah, so we worked together.
Course, you know, with Linda Louise, her friend, she always comes in to help.
Yeah.
Together they're just very dynamic. And now what about you, my darling? Because you are very interesting in your character. I don't know whether I should call you Pinky or
Somikazi.
or Somi.
Somikazi. Anything, ma'am. Anything.
They always break one's name up. Like he breaks up my name because I'm actually Auntie Marianah, but I'm Tannie Marie. To him. So, my darling Pinky.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get into it?
When I grew up, I was like a loner, so I didn't have more friends. So I started writing to escape the world. I wanted someone to talk to. So I started writing, and when I'm done writing, I would say each character's words out loud. And then I started as a poet. So I started performing poems. It was 2012. I was doing grade 9 as well. 2012. And then, come on. And I was doing grade 9. And then since grade 9, then because I was in rural areas, so we didn't have many of the things. And when you want to be an actor, it's are you mad? Because we want doctors and lawyers and everything.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have a background of someone who has been in this industry before. I'm the only one. So I had to pave the way for myself. So I each and everything that I know, I believe that I taught myself. And then I had an opportunity to study it after, and then I had the best thing ever. And then I met Sigqibo at Mshobonene FM.
Yeah,
that's where I knew.
Yes. Of course, and after also encompasses a whole lot of things.
Yes.
And also filmmaking.
Yes.
That's actually another avenue that people get there that rounds you off.
Yes.
And so our eyes are on you. Watch the space.
Yes, ma'am.
And Phil Cowie has got a long history, so quickly tell it because we already had a 5 minutes call. So quickly, as quick as you can sum up where it begins for you. You'll have to go very quickly.
Yeah, I'm like with the two with Pinky and Sbu. I also started writing actually. And so I went through writing poetry, rap songs, short stories. We're all rappers. All of us. We come out of that background. And then eventually a friend of mine he died. And we eventually formed a group because it was very, the circumstances under which he died. So we formed a group and I started writing for that group. And I wrote 2 plays that we did, and we toured with those 2 plays in the space of a few months. We went up the Garden Route and so on, Blankroof and so after that, I went back into working into a factory. That group fell by the wayside. And then I eventually decided, okay, now I need to go and study acting. So I ended up in Cape Town. I ended up overseas, studied in Cape Town. And also worked in Cape Town for a while in the movie and theatre industry. And I eventually ended up here in PE.
And just quickly, you were on stage, although you weren't part of the dialogue with him or anything, you were quite a far end away from the person, but it was a famous actor.
Oh, I was
in a movie.
It was an extra.
Yeah, you were an extra
Denzel Washington.
With Denzel Washington.
Wow! So I was like interacting with Denzel Washington.
So very easy, and he's been all over the stages as well, and we actually were even in a play that was filmed, weren't we?
Yep.
And we were waiting very much. You know how slowly stuff happens, especially in Kabeja, because I can actually remember it from being PE. Hey, how slow everything is. Maybe we'll get that film one day. But thank you so much, guys, for everything. Yes. I just want to tell everyone that if they go on Facebook and they go Mandela Bay Arts Festival, they'll see how to get their tickets.
Yes.
That's the best way. And I assume there might be tickets at the door because the actual hub is going to be the Athenaeum. So that's what we're doing. And your play, The New Dawn Saw, don't miss it because it's going to be good. It's 6:30 and the tickets are only 80 rand. Yes. So really, please don't miss this show. Thank you. Support the performing arts. And when you said when your friend died, that was therapeutic. That little group that you started, the arts are therapeutic. And I really just bless you all with an amazing show. Break them legs, can't wait. And I have to say goodbye now from Art and Entertainment. Ja, Marianah Lourens, wat nou groet met Kuns en Vermaak en Arrivari.